From YouTube, John Ventura said hey.
Hello, John. How you doing? Good evening. Hold up. Testing, testing. No crackling. Okay, cool. Yeah. Just give me a second here. You can set up. Alright. I guess we can get started. Okay. So, today, well, but then I forgot. Oh, I need to probably 135, 132. Not the scale wrong even. 132. Well, it exists at 135, but I get out of this anyway. Right. So, today we're building this. This is from Aoshima, a kit from, I think, 2013, 2000 something, 12 maybe. This is the Batmobile, as seen in the Tim Burton movies from the 1990s, with, I want to say Michael something. Hold on, I forget that.
From YouTube, John Ventura said priming spoons for my Fat Cat God Gundam custom.
Alright, cool. I like testing the colors. Yeah. What am I doing? Yeah, so this is like from the like the movies with Michael Keaton, the guy who eventually plays. He's also in the Spider-Man movies. The Vulture? No. Yeah, but basically, yeah, Michael Keaton. The Tim Burton Batman movies from the 1990s. This is what it's from. It's not the. It's more. It's a design like, well, I guess these days most people just think of the Dark Knight as the Batman movies, but the good ones are from the 1990s. The Tim Burton ones, the free movies. Although, like, this is probably from like the, I don't know which movie this is from. Maybe like the first or the second. Well, it was the same design, I guess, in each. There's other. I mean, there's the animated version. Like, not the animated. The well, yeah, the animated version. Like, there was a cartoon show, which was like the quintessential Batman animated show, which the style which like influenced pretty much all of DC's TV shows. They all have the same art style as the original Batman show, but that's not the one. The other one had like a more rectangular shape. This one's like more flowing with like a giant turbine here. I'm guessing these are the subwoofers on the side here, because this thing has a sick like sound system. Of course, your Batman, you gotta have like a giant speakers on the side here. This might also be a speaker. So all these are not like propulsion, these are all speakers. The speaker system for thing. I haven't opened this box before, so I don't know what's inside. It's a bit thin. A bit worried about that. But yeah, it's an Aoshima kit, so I don't know like what the quality is gonna be like. It's gonna be okay, probably.
From YouTube, John Ventura said he was also the Birdman.
Yeah. He plays all sorts of things with wings. That's range for you. Great actor. I wonder if he's still alive. He's probably still alive, right? He's very old now. Well, no. I don't know how long. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. But yeah, this is the good old Batman kit, Batmobile. I probably talked enough about this. Oh, it has weapons included. I'm guessing this doesn't like pop up automatically as the mechanism for that. That would be probably too much for this. But it does have chrome parts, it seems, which is a bit chrome parts on the Batmobile. That seems like not very stealthy. But yeah, it seems kind of, I don't know, matte in the pictures here. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably painted, but I don't know. It doesn't look very plastic, so we'll see how it looks. So yeah, you have some specification and performance data here. So that's kind of low. Like, I feel like it's kind of low for like compared to like modern thing. Well, 3.37, 060. That's kind of big. Yeah, okay. It's pretty long though, and the weight. What's the weight? There's no weight. High octane 97 special. So what, does it go to an actual gas station to get filled up? Yeah, I need to look this up. But I don't know like how big those wheels are, but like they don't seem that big. It's 15-inch rim, like my car has bigger rims than those. Alright, so yeah, the Batmobile. We're gonna build. Oh, the color guide is on there. You will need plastic, but the color guide is right on the box. I don't remember seeing that before. Well, there was like the one kit I built one time which had the instructions, the assembly instructions, on the underside of the box. No paper instructions, which is kind of weird. It was a bundle I get. Anyway, so we're gonna open this and build it. And the flip. It's kind of. Oh, well, that's not a lot of parts. That's kind of. The instructions seem thicker than the parts. Alright, so usual thing here. Yeah, the instructions seem like heavier than the parts. That's weird. Oh, you do get like some. Wait, there's some metal pieces here. You get a copper rod here. It looks like. There's a steel rod with like copper plating on it. Yeah, it looks like a plate of copper, so or brass or something. Yeah, that's kind of minimal. That's pretty minimalistic. Huh. I'm a bit disappointed. I feel like I paid, like the price for this is kind of the higher side. That's kind of a bad deal. Also, it's kind of glossy, the plastic, so, and some scuff marks here. So you will need, like, you will need to coat this with like a matte coat, if you want it to like look like shown in the picture here, because it's definitely like a matte coating. Although it's like semi-gloss, I guess, in the picture here. So probably like semi-gloss coat would probably do that justice first before you start painting it. Just like you need to, seems like. Do I not have some sandpaper? There is a large piece of 5,000 grit, so. I'm just gonna try to get some scuff marks here before I even start. I had a strip of like 1,000 grit somewhere for like rough Well, 1,000 grit is rough, I guess, for these kinds of work. Yeah, the detail on the thing is kind of minimalistic, I feel. It's not that detailed. There's a 135 scale Bandai kit of this same type of Batmobile, which I didn't get. Now I feel I should, just for comparison. Yeah, it's kind of like minimal. You get some decals in here. I should get all the parts out. Okay, hopefully I'm not missing anything. Okay, we do have the outer shell. We have the chrome bits, runners D, I guess. Yep. Runners D, runners B, runner A, runner B, wheels, rivets, 2 rivets, 2 poly caps, 4 wheels. The wheels are different sizes, they're not all the same size. Wheel C here. Okay, so this might be like a very short session here. It's a lot less complicated than I thought it would be. I've built like the Aoshima also does like a few like fictional cars. They do the Back to the Future ones, the DeLorean time machine. So those are, well, they're okay. They're like the details mostly like in the back part and the various fixtures that are on there, like the time machine part. Otherwise, the base model is fairly simple. They did do like a transforming version. This thing came with a little cardboard backing here to avoid getting scratched, I guess. To protect this part, which is a weird choice. Usually they would like put like a little raised barrier here, just to, like well, this Bandai does. They don't just like always print out flat like this. Probably this is why this thing got scratched in transport, because there's nothing protecting it really, unless it came out like that in the factory. There's a few scratches here and there. Yeah, this is like a fairly simple kit overall. Oh, tape. That's unusual. Didn't really think like somebody manually packaged this. Where? I need to like stop moving my tools around. Oh, there it is. Sometimes I need it for other things than plastic model. And I move them around, so I'm not gonna. There's a bit of dirt in there. Mickey Thompson, sportsman. It says on here. Mickey Thompson. I'll get rubber tires. I just kind of expected for like rubber dust in there. So I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna check if we got the rivets. It says metal parts here, not plastic rivets. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to like. They're not actually rivets, so I guess we're gonna have to. You're gonna like crush this back part here to like make this hole. I'm probably gonna just put some poly caps here at the end to make sure they stay in. I guess this is the longer rod here is for the back wheels, but the front wheels are gonna be. Oh wait. Yeah, so we do have like a linking rod here, so the front wheel will turn. So that's something. So we do have like some stuff. And we do have, oh, we do have, yeah, we do have a bit of like dashboard here, which is nice. We do have some, well, it's just have a regular circular wheel. The wheel looks like it's just a round wheel with like, I don't think that's accurate. I feel like the Batmobile had like a more fancy kind of yoke type thing. And it's a two-seater? Excuse me? No. Really? Is this correct? Is it a two-seater? I thought it was a one-seater, like Batman just like sat in the middle there. Oh, I guess, well, Robin has to go somewhere. Like, there was no Robin in the Tim Burton movies. It was just Batman in all three movies, I think. Was there a Robin? I think there was a Robin. But yeah, this thing is a two-seater. I don't remember this. No, finding out things. Alright, these are chrome parts. I should probably just start building. There's like not much to do. I'm just like going over the parts. But yeah, it's like it's simple, but I guess it's, well, okay, it's somewhat detailed. I don't know what this is. There's like a few fixtures here and there, I guess. So that's something, I suppose. Oh, there's like a little ridge there, to basically so you can like move. I'm guessing, yes. Looks like, yeah, on off. What the hell? It's an on off switch? For what? What's the on off switch for? It says on off. On off what? Heck.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said there he is.
Hey there. Hello, Scarecrow. How you doing? Yeah, occasionally, well, I do like plastic. Well, I'm supposed to do it twice a week. I've been picking like Tuesdays and Fridays to do those. Every other day is like just gaming, I suppose. But yeah, so I'm doing... Oh, I should have looked at the instructions. Yeah, I'm doing like plastic model building. So yeah, this is like the Batmobile from the Tim Burton movies, apparently. Kit by
From
Aoshima.
Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said I watched the last model build.
Cool, thanks. Thanks so much. Hold up. I can't remember if it's Hasegawa. I think it might be Hasegawa. But they usually, I guess not Aoshima, but Hasegawa usually like gives you like a 1-to-1 scale diagram, like schematic, in the instructions, so you can like kind of compare. This one isn't 1-to-1 scale. They print out the 1-to-1 scale in the schematic, which is like a nice little thing. But this one I think doesn't have it, so that's unfortunate. But doesn't. Okay, I'm just gonna start building. The instructions are simple. There's no color to it. It's all black and white. It's very simple. Says do not cement. Okay, attach for you. Blah blah blah. So there might be need for some. They need a hammer. Drive it gently. It says. Hammer is required. I don't have a hammer for this size of things. But yeah. Alright, so we start with the wheel. There are decals here. I'm not going to do decals tonight. I might, well, someday I will do the thing. We have multiple logos, although... Does Batman put his own logo on his things? I don't know. Does he have, like, badging on his car? Did you get, like, some extra decals, I guess, for reasons unknown? They're not really used on there. Most of the decals really are used. They have like, it's just the decals really are for the inside here, which I'm not gonna. Yeah, I need to like one of these days I'm gonna have to like paint those. I might do that. I don't know. I've been thinking like instead of doing like twice a week, just do like once a week, one model a week, and then other days I do model building. I can do painting instead, detailing, which might be a better way to do things. It's like a more regular. This schedule, like every Friday, I guess I start a model kit build. If it takes multiple days, that's fine, so the weekend. But then other sessions would be just detailing. Or gaming, I guess. Right, so we need to build... Where's the wheel? Okay. Alright, step 1, assemble the wheels, the front wheels. So just do that. Well, I can do all of it, I guess. Some of the larger wheels there. It says 132 scale. Usually, I mean, there's a 135 scale Bandai kit of this. I hate to like get it to compare. And of course, the problem with chrome parts is, as you can see, well, this isn't like high quality chrome. Bandai chrome parts kind of just, they don't really scrape that easily. I think that's one of the things I've noticed. But this one, like the chrome is like kind of just peeling off very easily here. Very easily, like getting scratched. But this is fine, I guess, because this is going to be inside, so it's not going to be visible from the outside. You can always touch it up if you feel like it's visible. I should turn the lights on. That's better. Was a bit too bright. Get those knobs out. Although, again, not that necessary. But it might introduce, like, because it's rubber, it might introduce a little bump in the wheels here. So we'll need these, and we do get a rod for the back and 2 rivets. For the why is the focus a little off? Alright, 2 rivets and wheels. So we shall need 11. There's no numbers. 1, 2. Oh, look at that! So the runners do have like a letter to them. This is runner B. This is runner A, but the numbers just are sequential. They start at 1 and go all the way to 15, and then it's like 16, 17 here. Yeah. So basically, the number continue on the runners, on the various runners, and it's keep going up. So. Well, there's not that many parts either, so I think it should be okay. It's not like I'm gonna get lost here. But this is funny. Like, you have like a... It's like an old school wheel. Like, it's a big old... I don't think that's accurate. That's a weird design choice. Dust everywhere. Even its internal steering mechanism here, just get rid of the nub so it doesn't cause interference, it doesn't get caught on anything. The plastic is a little crumbly. Kind of reminds me of those Revell model kits, which aren't that. Okay, so you don't use with the rivets. Need to make sure I don't lose track of them because we only have 2 of these. Well, we only have like 1 of each part anyway. Right, so get that nub out. It's gonna be a problem with the other parts because some of these I feel, yeah, I need. Okay, maybe not. Most of these I feel like will be. No, okay, no, not necessarily. Some of these will be exposed to the outside, so I'm gonna have to figure out how. And also, like the chrome, really, you can't glue that on. You're basically trying to glue it to paint, so you're gonna have to like, I'm gonna have to like scuff that up, so it can be added to whatever thing. Again, tires says indie profile. It says on here the Mickey Thompson 60 indie profile. So the Batmobile uses standard wheels. So they could probably do some forensic and trace it back based on his tire tracks. That's how they find out. They could easily find out because those seem like custom wheels, but they are. The tires are custom, but it does look like it will be unique
Twitch
enough.
Scarecrow 8285 said, "Oh man, no drag slicks."
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, well, it goes up a side of a building at some point. It does need some traction, I guess, a little bit. The back wheels are quite large, though. The treads on this one are a bit worn out. Get some of the little things off. Yeah, they already separated out the tires. Sometimes you get the tires on kind of like a rubber runner here, so let me just put that on there. I don't think that's gonna be, yeah, that's not gonna be a problem if I do this here. Might need to press it against the table to get it in there. All the way in. Okay, we need to. Alright, got the wheels. Okay, so with the front wheels, we take the rivets here, and we just press that down in there. So I'm gonna use a stick here just to like press that in there. Oh, that's not too hard. That would be more difficult. That was easy enough. Oh wait, hold on. Nope, that's pretty much all it does. That wasn't too difficult. I thought it would be a bit harder. So okay, so I need to like do it the opposite way for one of them. Well, I don't think that matters really. It might. Okay, this one I guess does need some hammering. Because I had. Okay, wheels.
Now Twitch Scarecrow 8285 said, "How are you doing today, brother?"
Yeah. Alright, I suppose. I kinda just woke up a bit late. But it's okay, I guess. How are you doing though? May need to start going back to a more human schedule. So.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said I'm good, thank you. And I'm glad you're here.
Thanks. Alright, so we do something with this. What am I doing in this? So, oh, alright, I need also this thing, which hopefully doesn't break. The ring might break. Let's try not over file this here. So this little ridge part is supposed to go oh, I see. It doesn't go on the it doesn't go, it goes on the inside because there's a little teeth here, a little tooth actually, and the ridges kind of like go on there. So this is like a ratcheting mechanism here. So it will ratchet. So it's not like, I might need to be very careful with this because well, it can, it seems a bit, because you could like break something accidentally because you're like pushing pressure on the, I think you shouldn't pull but rather push all the time, because you could like crack the ring, the outside ring there if you like pull. So that's something to watch out for. Although I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it accidentally someday and just break this thing. Alright, so that's the wheels. Now we need this thing on the top of it. This is 10. There is a color guide to this. There's like along with this. What is pH 10? It is, doesn't say. No, pH 12. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, flat black. So most of the parts here are going to be painted flat black. The thing that worries me here is that, okay, it's just, okay. So I'm building this live, so I'm not painting this right now, but does mean
Twitch,
that
Scarecrow8285 said, have you seen the 30-minute mission models?
yeah, I mean, the Batman, are there Batman ones? I don't think there's Batman ones. But there are, I know of the 30-minute models. Those, I do have a few of these. I have built a couple. They have been getting like really, this, well, when they came out they were kind of like simple, but then these have been getting more and more complicated. So I'm gonna have to glue this one. Is not fitting? Why are you not fitting? Oh. Wrong direction. Like so. So push. Yeah, the wheels ratchet. And that's pretty much all. Hold on, that's it? There's like way more ratchets here. I don't think it goes any further than this. Because it hits into the wheel well. This thing has like a really shitty like turning radius. Like if you want to do like it has to like do a drift for every like right angle corner it needs to do in the city. It's like needs to like do like the right angle drift. It can't do like a slow turn. It's like the length of a bus has really crappy turning radius. But yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna glue this because I think the whole underside is just flat black anyway at some point. It might be a bit difficult to I mean to tape the wheels. Well, at least cover them. Well, we'll see. Okay, so we need glue. We need some glue. So glue here. This is like the plastic cement and
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, "Woo, look at that skid plate."
this thing. Okay, so just a dot.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, "I use the same glue."
I have to be careful with this. Yeah. Well, the bottle says Tamiya extra thin, but the inside is a different. I really just I use this, but it has a very good brush. That's really why I'm reusing the bottle. But the inside is like some cheaper. It's still very thin glue, plastic cement. But the Tamiya one was like better. But this one is still. It's like extra thin cement still, just inside a Tamiya bottle. Just
From
because
Twitch,
I like the.
Scarecrow8285 said, "Oh, I see."
Yeah, I like the. But I did have like the Tamiya thing. But I do like the bottle really because you have the extra fine brush attached. So that should be good enough. Okay. At least for now. Oh, right, I could drop a dot through here. Like because the Tamiya cement is kind of expensive per bottle. Whereas I got like a half gallon of plastic cement for the same price as one of these. One small bottle, I get a half gallon of cement, which is also extra thin. It dries a little slower. The time that dries in seconds, this one takes like 30, like a minute or so, 30 seconds to a minute to dry. Well, the Tamiya one dried almost instantly. There's some difference, but this is not bad. And there's an on-off switch. I have no idea why. You can put like some electricals in there. This looks like it would fit a battery, I suppose, in here. Hold up. Do I have an like a double battery somewhere?
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, "What do you think of the God Hand brand model snips?"
These ones? I have them. I have this. This is like the original God Hand. But I've almost never used them. Because they are... I mean, I got this like when it was like less than $20 each. Back now it's like $40, $60. But yeah, I almost never used them. They're good. These are also fine. They're like quarter the price, I think. At this point, like half the price, maybe, depending where you look at it. But yeah, these are.
From Twitch,
Eh.
Scarecrow8285 said it's about $60 now.
Yeah, it's like okay, 3 times more than what I paid for it. But yeah, this I think like was like $30. Well, 20 something. I think it was on sale. It's decent. It does a good job. Retools. You don't need like like if you build a lot of model kits, these are consumables. They will wear out. They will get damaged over time, so you will need to buy new ones every now and then. Like every 100 kit you build, I guess you need to get new ones. Or figure out how to sharpen them yourself, which I did. But anyway, yeah, so let's wait for this to dry for a second. This ratcheting mechanism is a bit... That's all the turning it has.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said I broke the tip on a pair not too long ago.
Yeah, people... Yeah, that's the thing that happens. There's an on-off switch. Well, at least there's a placeholder for one. This looks suspiciously like... Except you can't. And this here looks definitely like you can put a small motor here. Yeah, the hole here looks like you could put a small electric motor, and this here looks like it would hold a single AA battery. And there's an on-off thing. Why? How?
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said time to level it up.
Yeah, we need to like get well, I mean, those look like standard motors. I don't think I have one. Well, I mean, I don't have a spare one anywhere, I feel. Actually, let me check. Hold up. Oops. Well, I think this one's a bit too big. I have a... No, basically this wouldn't fit. I do know they're like small ones, so I have to like measure it out. But basically, yeah, this would go in there, and like kind of, it seems like it would clip in there. And I'm guessing it makes direct contact with the wheels, which doesn't seem very... Unless it is... Yeah, it would be direct contact with the wheel. Or there could be like a... Actually, I have no idea. It's not even gonna work. Because the axle goes like so. And I guess you would need kind of like... Yeah, it wouldn't even fit. Oh, unless you like... Okay, maybe like on the outside? Like a slightly larger pinion gear here. Pinion gear, I'm using technical terms. But basically, yeah, it's like... And then a smaller gear here to kind of... add a bit more torque. So basically you could... This won't fit, but smaller. I feel like a smaller one might. But yeah, this is like definitely a battery, and there's like... So I'm guessing they reused the... This is basically from a toy that they produce, and they just reuse the same shell, essentially. Oh, okay. So it goes in there. I guess without, but you can't really do that with this thing in there, because this will basically, the seat would take up the whole of that, unless you don't have a seat. The seats. Be careful with that, it doesn't break off.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, doesn't seem like it was too expensive of a purchase.
Nah, I feel like it, I mean, it was. I think for the price I paid for it, I think I've been... This is not a very good deal. It's not a very good value for what you're getting. At least in my opinion here. I feel like for the price you pay for this, you should probably get like a lot more detail. Pull cap in half and use it? What do you mean, cut polycap in half? Cut a polycap in half, it says. What? Oh, because on the side here, the wheel well is like deeper. That's what said. There's an offset. Alright, so if you don't use the motor, which you probably... Okay. Some of these are a bit... I'll need a... Let's try this. Drill out the thing because there's a bit of flashing here, preventing it from connecting properly or going through completely. Alright, so there we go. Because this is deeper than the other side, so yeah, so you can't really build this thing. Alright, so it seems like I would need 1.5 polycap. Just to like, because this is, I'm guessing, supposed to have a gear here, whatever they reused this from has a gear to kind of I think that says like cut a polycap in half. Let's go this way. So it's 1.5. This is very like ghetto. The thing is, like, things like these, which are licensed products, so like 1.5 ampere licensed product like these, the price, most of it goes just to licensing. So there's a chance the reason this thing is supposedly expensive is because of licensing fees. I don't remember the price, but I feel like it was overpriced. This is like, it's probably at least like $20, but I definitely wouldn't buy this unless it was on sale. So maybe I didn't pay that much. That's the main takeaway from my review. This thing.
On Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said I was gonna say 15.
I need to check how much it is. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so this thing is discontinued apparently. But I'm looking it up, like, well, at least the price listed for this. It's not in stock anywhere. Well, at least not where I'm looking. It's probably in stock somewhere, but it would be like $20 for this. So yeah, for the price, I mean, it's a bit much. I feel like most of the cost really is licensing fees. Although, is that really the case? Sometimes I wonder if they make a fuss of that. But yeah, this is interesting. I'm guessing there's a version of this out there that is that just has an on-off, so it just goes forward.
8285 said doesn't feel like enough detail on it for 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is from the movie, and I'm guessing the movie, it's like the thing itself probably didn't have that much detail to begin with. Like it was just a very stylized thing, because Aoshima also does like Back to the Future DeLoreans, and those are fairly detailed. Like all the attachments on it and all that, all the like little small time machine parts are quite detailed. But this one, clearly not. Putting the effort there. Alright, so I did that. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. It does say cut a poly cap in half, so 1.5 poly cap. Now,
On Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said you're going to build a DeLorean.
I already built one. Hold on. Well, they recently came out like with ones with the seagull doors, so maybe I'll build it again if I get a job that pays enough. I need a job though. Such is the way of the world. Oh, it has what? Oh, those are brake pads. Those can't be brake. Those are minuscule brake pads. If those are brake, did I miss the brake pads? There are no brake pads. Yeah, this thing doesn't have brakes. Well, you can't see the brakes anyway. Well, these look like those are minuscule brake pads for a thing this size. Then again, like modern cars have like ginormous brake pads for no reason sometimes. Well, safety, I suppose. Compared to like cars in the 90s, which had very small brake pads, all the, you know, not the, I forget what it's called. It's like a drum brake pad instead of like the the thing that the wheel kind of thing. What am I doing? 28. Wait a minute, where does this even go? I have no clue where this goes, but... Oh, it goes on the side over there, okay. The rest are accessories, alright. Yeah, there's not much. I can probably finish this in like 5 minutes. If I focus for a second. Okay, let's try to get that done. And 21. As well as 20.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said gonna be a short stream.
Yeah. Because there's not much to do, there's like very few parts. Most of the time taken here is like me just looking at this like, what the hell is this? This is weird. What am I doing? Alright, so we need 21. Which goes in there. Okay, this is where the problems start. As you can see, we have nubs everywhere, and those will cause like a black, very visible.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, ever thought about building Legos?
Yeah. I think I did do like very long, like a Star Wars. It was when Rogue One came out. I did like a. I don't know where it went. I probably got rid of it. Legos are Legos. I'm not into Legos that much. Actually, let me just scuff this up because I will need to glue that on there. Microplastics everywhere. Yeah, I don't really do Legos.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, what? Not much to Legos.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're... I mean, I understand people like Legos, but not really my thing.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, I need to share some of my free builds with you.
Yeah, I do have a Discord channel. If you want to send messages and stuff like, or you can find me there. I mean, you can join, or send a friend request and then leave. I guess it's fine. Why is this thing not? This is supposed to be flat. Okay, hold up. Let's break out the big guns here. This is a giant file, but it's very flat. So there we go. Flatten that out.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, cool, thank you.
The Discord, hold up, I don't know, I haven't set up the Discord, I mean... Yeah, I still haven't set up Twitch to like do all the things people do. Hold up. I need to set those up. Do I even have the thing? But it's like on my YouTube channel though. Or I think like on Twitch, like if you look around my profile, the channel info and stuff, it'll say what the Discord link is if you want to send me messages. We have a small community of very strange people for some reason decided to join this weird and completely well, just weird person's live streams. Alright, so need to like scuff up this thing because what the glue will probably call, the cement will probably just like cause this to melt. There's a little notch here on the inside. Let me just go say hello over there. Yeah, hello, welcome.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said there's a crazy peach in their face with tears of joy.
Wait, crazy peach and where? Oh, yeah.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said Discord, when you say hi.
Yeah. It does do that. Hold up. Which way does? There's a little notch in here. Does this mean this is the bottom? Okay, so let me just line that up somehow. Oh. Well, let's do that instead. So you want to hold your breath when you're doing plastic cement stuff. We'll use ventilation. Alright, this is scuffed up, so it's supposed to go on there. Well, it looks like I don't need necessarily to, at least at this stage. It's holding on one's own, so I don't need to do that. But I do have, these are metallic markers, and this should be silver. Let me just check. Yep, that matches. So metallic marker, just cover up.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said yeah, that stuff will have you smelling color face with tears of joy.
Just touch up the thing here and of course get some of my fingers here. Not that this is going to be visible from the outside, but just touch it up a little bit. And let it dry for a second there. Metallic markers are very useful if you... Let's get a set of like multicolored ones. They're not there. They're all over the place. And they work. Alright, so I'm gonna have to do the same with these, I guess. These are the exhausts. Like, if you look, well, yeah, if you build like classic fictional vehicles like the DeLorean and the Knight Rider, like the Pontiac Thunderbird, it's based on, and then you take a look at the specs, those really had like really crappy performance compared to like modern
On
cars.
Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said I tried markers and paint. Ended up airbrushing my models.
Yeah, apparently, like, to get good results with paint, you need to apply like a matte top coat first, just to even it out, to provide adhesion, like acrylic. Same type as whatever you're going to use for paint, like acrylic, use an acrylic top coat. Now, of course, these are getting all scuffed up. The inside, yeah, the inside don't. Hold up. I'm gonna have to. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's not great. Need to scuff up the inside here. We'll see how that goes. The problem is like this holds onto this little thing here, but clearly it is not thick enough. It doesn't fit perfectly, so it might be a bit lopsided. So well, we'll see how it goes. Dot of blue here. There's 4 of these. The problem is like, is it going to stay? Flat, I guess. I'm gonna have to do this 3 more times here. No, so I guess just instead of doing the peg, do this part. The flat end here. It's a very small flat piece here to be using as a reference. To make sure this thing doesn't, oops, that's way too much. To make sure those aren't lopsided. I mean, they are going to be a little crooked. Just remove the tiniest amount of thing here. Try not to knock off the ones I've already Come on, get in there. Okay, that turned out not too bad.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, what are your plans for tomorrow's stream?
Oh, probably just Monster Hunter, the usual.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, more wilds.
Probably. Right, like at some point I'm going to run out of things to craft in that game. The reason I'm playing it so much right now is just trying to get to craft every single armor and weapon. I'm mostly done, I feel. Like, the game isn't that hard, it's just the usual mindless repetition of having to do this over and over and over. Which one is the... Okay. This one doesn't need... It seems to be holding just fine with a bit of friction, so I'm going to leave that here for now.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, me too. I'm down to 46 items on my wish list.
Yeah, like it's weird like how they allow you to just add every single... Well, I think there's 99 pages. That's the limit of how many items you can wishlist. But does this roll? Very difficult rolling. What is rolls? Very stiff. I wonder if it's because of the polycaps. Yep, probably. All the
From
rivets
Twitch,
here.
Scarecrow8285 said, would you be interested in teaming up on Gegmasio on the 16th?
Sure. Although, I'll probably try to, like, solo it first. Probably not the first attempt. I'm probably gonna try it out a few times myself. And just like Omega took me, like, I've only just gotten used to, like, Omega Savage, that I can do it, like, one every other... Well, it takes some effort, but, like... And it takes a while, but yeah. So, they've been saying, like, they're gonna make GOG Mazio's, like, harder than Omega Savage. So, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm gonna try it out solo first a few times. I don't really have, like, support builds, but it's more like hit and run builds. I'm trying to figure out longsword a bit. I'm probably gonna... Well, so far, the weapons I kind of like...
Scarecrow8285 said, I think it's gonna be like Zora Magdaros and Cove Terra.
Oh, if it's Zora Magdaros, then it's easy. Zora Magdaros was always, like... That's the thing yeah. Like, if I feel like that's the thing I don't like about Wilds. Like, the title monster is a small monster. Right. I've only played, like, 3... Well, one really. I've only played like World. Played a little bit of Try back in the day, just a tiny bit.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said most of the giant siege battles have went the same.
Yeah, it's just like helping out. Like a bunch of people just like taking turns doing the same thing just until they wear out the monster. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like. I miss the things I missed in WoW is like collection quest. There's nothing wrong with like going out and like just gathering some herbs.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said shoot them with cannons and ballista and the Dragonator.
Exactly. And the other thing I miss is that like the siege type, like those giant monsters. Like I feel like the title monster should be a giant monster. Because the only free Monster Hunter games I'm used to is like Try, which has like that thing, which I never reached because like the server shut down. And well, I didn't own a Wii. I played on somebody else's Wii just a little bit. That's the reason I like interested in Monster Hunter to begin with. And well, I'm mostly a PC player, so I don't really.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said you can technically go out and gather, just not gathering quests now.
Yeah, I know. Like I feel like the quest to like go fetch an egg. Those kinds of quests. I feel like they should bring well, there should be a few of these. Although like there's only one place you can get eggs in the entire like game. Well, is there? Yeah, only one. Which is yeah, and it's not that hard. You just have to like knock out the Rathalos or Rathian, whatever it is. And they'll leave you alone for like days.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said those were rough, sometimes faced with tears of joy.
Yeah, like I mean that's the whole point. Like you're gonna have to pick and choose. Do you want to like fight the monster who's like protecting the eggs, or do you want to just try to sneak around? Because you can. I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. It should have like a stealth component to the game. That'll be fun. I mean, you do have the Gilly Mantle, but... Yeah.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said dung pod and flashbangs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me get all of these.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said you can do a sneak attack on monsters.
Yeah, the sting attack. Well, you can do like smoke screens and then repeat the sneak attack a few times. Eventually, it wears out. So this thing is the dashboard, and I don't know how to deal with this. So I could just, well, I suppose I could. Yeah, it goes on there. And glue it in
From
place.
Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can like, the smoke screen basically like resets. The monster loses track of you for a second. And you can kind of just, sometimes you can go around it. Well, you go back and just you can do a sneak attack again. It stops working after a while. It's like the same as flashbangs, like it loses effectiveness. And if it's like enraged, I think it doesn't necessarily work. That's kind of loud. Getting rid of the various... There's like lots of flashing rough edges everywhere, so... But this is supposed to be a quick build, so I probably shouldn't be like wasting so much time on this. One of these days, just like... I'm trying to plan out, because like eventually this will have to be painted, so I don't want to like glue things in a way that'll make it impossible to remove down the road. So I need to like plan it out so I can like disassemble it to some extent and reach in and paint whatever needs to be painted. So this is all, most of it is just flat black. There's like color guides here, so like these are color.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, "Hydrate, my friend."
Hydrate? What is that? Water? Who does that? Nobody. Well, that's a Twitch thing, I guess. I've done streams for like 8 hours without any break. That's not, I don't have those human issues. I've done like a siege for, like soloed, like, what's it called? Kulf Daroth, and I've done, I feel, what's it? Okay, this thing's gonna need some glue.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, "Okay, just looking out for you."
Yeah, it's no problem. I don't feel thirsty right now. I don't have anything. I don't really do. I'm from the generation which didn't have water bottles, so I don't really go around. If you want to drink, you go to the kitchen and you get it. Inside, I'm gonna get
From
some
Twitch,
tea after this.
Scarecrow8285 said, Ishvalda was my favorite from World/Iceborne." From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, "I'm older as well, bro."
Okay. This is going to be a problem because we do have decal 4. That goes on this side. That's going to be a bit of difficult reach. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to reach back there. I'm going to have to, I mean, even if I glue this here, I can still kind of pop it out. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult reach. I'm going to have
From
to...
Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, "Use some tweezers."
Yeah. You can kind of like... If you have like a... Well, where's it to go? Like a sharp... Well, this one's kind of sharp, but basically you can just like poke it around, or use like a fine brush to basically like push the decal. I can still kind of remove it, I think. Like, you can still kind of... Okay, maybe not. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. I'll figure it out eventually. Well, once I get... I'll figure this problem out when I get to it. Because this whole thing needs to be like matte black first, and then put the decals on, so... switches, what are the switches? PH3.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, "Eyes."
What's the color for 3, 4, 5, etc.? What does that even mean? Oh, those are... So yeah, telling you to just like do whatever you want for the switches. Okay. Let's go red, purple, orange. You got a bunch of colors here. So what I'm gonna do is, at the very least, let's give this a little bit of coloring here. Just a tiny. These are like metallic markers, so they have excellent coverage. This is just like a little bit of accent. But the wheel is PH8, which is silver. Oh, look at that.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said been thinking of starting a female character in Wilds to check out the armors.
Yeah, that's the only reason I did it. I have another character which I've basically played the whole game with. Has the Pompadour, which is my required hairstyle. But the one I'm playing with right now is like a second character. That's the only reason I'm collecting all the. Let's not lie to ourselves. That's the only reason we're playing the game.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said awesome.
There we go. That's right. Slight touch up there. Yep. Well, that doesn't look too bad. I don't have. I need to get some water. I could do the water slide decals right now, I guess. Maybe this is going to be inside and not really visible anyway, so. Yeah, heck. Oh, what?
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said yeah, because there sure isn't a lot of different monsters.
I mean, yeah, this is still the base game. And it looks like, I hope, they'll add a lot more over time.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said, by the way, they added 2 new events today.
Really? I'm gonna have to check it out tomorrow, actually. Okay, just give me a minute here. This goes there and goes there. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm gonna get some water. Alright, hopefully I don't knock this over. Not for drinking, but for decals. And I'm gonna need a paintbrush. Okay. So we're going to do the decals at the same time because we got a minute. It shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut the whole thing. All the other things, like you don't gonna have, like, Batman's not gonna put Batmobile stenciled on the side of his Batmobile. Well, he might. Who knows? He's a weird guy. There's no badging, no logos. Have some decorum.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said if he's senile.
Yeah, he needs to like label his stuff so he doesn't lose track of it. Now I'm gonna have to like kind of nudge that in there, hopefully. See if it moves. Let's not make a mess. I'll just leave it there. Hopefully we don't knock things over. Now let's take a look at the other stuff before we do that. So pH 12, which is interior color is flat black. Let's get the seats. Try not to knock them, be very careful. Be very mindful of water. I don't want to knock this over. It has like, people forget like gaming chairs are basically like race car chairs. But basically Batman has gaming chairs in his car. You don't need gaming chairs, it's not that comfortable. Well, race car chairs. I mean...
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said face with tears of joy.
This is gonna take a minute, it seems. Just dunk the whole thing in there, just wait for a bit. I'm gonna try to do all these parts here. Meanwhile, try to get that lined up. Just a dot in the back, a dot in the back. And that didn't reach anything. Okay, that's gonna be a problem because okay. I'm gonna have to scuff that up because I feel like there's a bit of, there's some stuff which is preventing it from making contact. It's kind of difficult to reach. Let's see now. Oh, it worked a little better. Leave it for a couple of seconds there. Just flatten out. Well, this works better for flattening out the large. This is a giant metal file. Well, regular size metal file, so I'll just use that sometimes to like flatten out. I need like a flat reference surface. Maybe use a diamond plate if you want, but this also works. Just to like flatten out this edge here. For some reason it's always nearby. And that should give you a reference. And that should do it. Let's see if this works now. This one's a bit Okay, it's not
From
coming
Twitch,
off.
Scarecrow8285 said gonna try the new Nursula event.
Cool. It says put it in water for 10-20 seconds, but it's been a minute. And still hasn't come out. These are coming out, but the those numbers are coming out, but the other decals are not. Oh, that's what the circle was. There's some weird circles in the water. It's like the numbers. I'm gonna have to dip this for a long, long time, it seems. Yeah, just forget this for some few bit. Alright, so 15, 13. Let's try that again. Oh, one of them's coming off. Some of it's coming out. Just leave that here for a second. This is number 2. Get that on the tip of the brush there. I don't usually do decals, but I think I'm doing okay. Except the problem is, like, when it dries, it shifts a bit. This was a tricky one. nudge it with something a bit harder here. Apparently decals in lacquer, like decorating pottery have stuff in common in the way they like transfer. Oh, there we go. You have to like nudge this one a bit carefully. It's a big old dashboard there. There's some Mr. Decal softener or some stuff like that to make it like melt the decals a little bit. But for now, I think it's good enough. So now we need to leave this to dry for a while and hope the things don't shift around while drying. This is basically like a thin layer of paint on cellulose. I feel like the thing that's keeping it on there is not glue, a tiny bit of glue. It's mostly like molecular forces. And this one's like, doesn't want to stay. Yeah, come on. Probably running DOS or something. Okay, this is too springy. Okay, we got all the decals on somehow. So I'm gonna leave that to dry, I suppose. Okay, hold on. So let me just go get rid of the water for a second, so I don't spill that accidentally. Okay, so now where's the brakes? Oh, there it is. No, this is an automatic. It doesn't have a clutch. It has a brake and gas accelerator, but no, it doesn't have, what's it called? A clutch. Let's try to get that on there somehow. Line it up with the thing. There we go. It's gonna be inside, not really visible. Some purple down there. For no reason, other than it felt like it. Oh, it doesn't go on there. It goes under here. Well, at least it seems that it does. Okay, that's not something you want to toss around like that. I want this to be fairly tight here. Oops, be careful not to press on parts. There we go. Fits a little easier. Generous dot there. Okay. Leave that to dry for a minute. Where does that even go? Well, that goes on there. P9. Oh wait, no. Number 9 here, the backing or the thing. It's a bit too. Much there.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said Nursula Quest is for food items.
Yeah, I don't care for those. Like, give us new armor or something. We're assuming one of them has to like give you a new armor piece. Which way does that go? Hey. Hold on. Okay, it's just slipping around. Not gonna see here. That's a bit much, but okay. We'll just leave it to dry. Try not to breathe it in. This wheel has like perfectly like a circle wheel. Like this is definitely a car from the 90s. It's holding on by friction, so I'll just leave it at that. Because one of these days I'm gonna have to like take this out and paint it, so I'll leave it like this. And that's the cockpit there. move on to this. These RT says choose the one you like. So okay. So either you put the those very retro-looking machine guns there, or you just put the panels. I'm just gonna go with the panels. And these things, which are the housing for the subwoofers on the side. Although you probably need like one subwoofer. I don't know. Tweeters, I guess. Giant speakers system. You also need everything else. Okay. All the extra small details. We're basically almost done here. And we got a bit of an undergate. To be super careful when gluing gear parts, because you can mess up and get some plastic cement on the piece there, and that is quite ruined at that point. Yeah, it just pops on there. Polish this a bit. Make sure it fits first. It's just like it's not, doesn't clip on or anything. I mean, it does. A little bit. Yeah, it kind of clip on a little bit, which is fine. Alright, so then dig this channel a little bit. And also, again with that large file to flatten that. Alright, so flatten that up. a bit. Yeah, probably need that to be a bit wider here on the thing here. Just be careful not to scratch up the window part. I'm just making this channel a little bit wider so it will fit here in between. I think it will, because right now it's not fitting very well. Very carefully. Okay, I guess that's just not gonna work. That's pretty much all we can do with this. So, add a dot here. You can see the cement going in there. Just wait for a second. Just press carefully. Very, very careful not to get the cement onto the plastic itself. Alright, so leave this alone for a second to dry. Meanwhile, we'll just clean up the rest of the parts there. And same thing here. I need this quite a bit. Flatten out this part a little bit. These as well. Okay, don't need that anymore. Alright, so get rid of the nubs wherever they may occur. Don't know if this thing... yeah, it doesn't hold by itself, so you will need to glue that. Well, for now, I guess I'll just leave it alone, because just leave it there. They fall off easily. But that's okay. You can decide to glue it later. Alright, let's figure this out. There's nothing in there. It's just a hole. I mean, it looks like there'd be something in there. Just clean that part of it. There's a bit of flashing here and there. That's gonna make it not connect fully with the body. Hey, come on, get in there. Oh, keep slipping. Okay, just lay it on there somewhat. There we go. Problem is, this thing doesn't fit perfectly. So it does look a bit off. Well then. Alone for a few seconds to a minute, and line up this thing with the holes. Nope. Okay, so this goes like so. Like this. Get a bit of silver.
From YouTube, John Ventura said, "Mac, call it a night. Have a good one."
All right, John. Now, of course, getting paint all over my fingers here. Scuff up some stuff here because it's going to be inside. I should have done that to begin with. Just press those for a little bit, just to add a few points of contact there. There we go. Oh, okay. So it is on the inside. Okay, so it's on the inside that it is. Okay, that's a bit thick there. I think it doesn't actually fit properly in the on the peg there. Okay, that works. Alright, so we need yellow and some. I think. Well, brake lights are on the outside, right? Yeah, so brake lights. Well, they're on top of each other, so that's fine. Some acrylic paint. I probably should have measured that first. No, see how it goes. Let's try one of these. So 32 is on the top, larger ones on the top, smaller ones on the bottom. Go with I mean, they're technically amber, not red. Like a deep orange. well, reddish orange. Let's see if this works. Not sure it's going yellow. It's a bit too visible, I guess, on something that's very dark. Well, the Batmobile needs to be like street legal. Don't even get pulled over. That's a problem with vigilante justice. You don't follow the rules. Does this thing have a license plate? No license plate. Not street legal. Okay, so let's try. Plastic cement and paint don't really fit me. Which one was this? Or is this gonna make a difference here? Okay, that doesn't seem to be working out. I feel like I got it on the wrong side again. Okay, they seem like they're both for this side, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, never mind. We're gonna put this one here. Okay, well, good enough. Paint everywhere. Okay, that's all the parts. This is optional, so basically you can have this on here if you want to have it displayed with the thing. So that's pretty much all the parts. That's it. And now we do the assembly. Let's just put our tools away. Yeah, that was the 135/132 scale Aoshima Batmobile, as seen in the I'm gonna say 95, maybe even less. I don't know, like from the 90s, the Tim Burton Batman thing. So the assembly is very simple. All right, so let's just get this cleaned up. All right. Okay, anyway, so the assembly is very simple. You don't need to glue this part on. But I guess I might do a review as well at the same time I'm doing this. So this is like, it's really simple. I took way too long to build this. 2 hours, almost 3 hours. So yeah, a lot of it's just like me just being confused at a bunch of stuff. There's like a spot here for like an on-off switch. Clearly there's a little space here for like a motor. I'm guessing this mold was actually used for like something else. Like this, at least this part was used for like a different thing, like something that would be with a battery in it and a motor. But except like if you put this on there, you no longer have space for the battery. There's like clearly a little receptacle here for like a single double A battery. I'm guessing there's a variant of this where they sell. Yeah, there's probably like something without a cockpit, without seats, and you can just put a battery in there. And the wheels, the front wheels, like ratchet, and that's it. There's like a little ratchet system here, so you can like turn the wheels slightly. There's like a connecting bar here between the thing, but that's pretty much that's the turn radius of this thing, which is pretty bad. Although, like, yeah, it's already like scraping against the inside here. That's a really horrible turn radius for something which is like ridiculously long anyway. There's a very long wheelbase. It's basically a bus, a school bus type. It's probably as long as a school bus, I feel. But yeah, you can like slightly turn the wheels. It's not meant to really move. But I'm guessing there's a variation of this where they have a motor here and the space for gears, I guess. So basically we'll drive this wheel and it will basically make it go forwards, and that's pretty much all it does. It just goes forward and turns very slightly. So it's like a minimal thing here. So yeah, basically you have the top half here. Some detail, I guess, some decals. I've already applied the decals on the inside, just painted the buttons a little bit. It's small details. It's very colorful for something that a Dark Knight would write. Let me just put some silver on there. Just to accent it a bit. Yeah, you get a little bit of panels in the back. And you do have this thing, which is supposed to like slide forward. I mean, kind of, it doesn't really have a challenge. It doesn't have a lot of, it has 0 gimmicks. Aside from like the ratcheting. Well, I guess one minor gimmick and like vestigial battery operated thing here. Leftover from whatever it is. They basically reused this thing here. Yeah, the underside isn't like, there's not a huge amount of detail on the other side. It's like mostly just like this thing here. Some exhaust detail, very minor details in the back. This thing has like a very it's very low to the ground, so you obviously can't off-road with this. But yeah, so basically you just assemble it simply enough. You just pop that in there. It's like a little notch there, and you kind of stretch that out a bit, hopefully without, there we go, without like breaking these off. These are like held on with like very tiny amount of surface here. All right, so that's, you just assemble this like that, and you put, these are supposed to be glued. You have to like pick and choose between, do you want the, there's some very retro looking machine guns here. This is from the 90s, I guess. The idea of weapons came from like the 60s and 70s, which is, I guess the Batman is from the 50s, really. Adam West is still alive? No, it's fine. No, Adam West, like the original Batman actor. I wonder if he's still alive. Probably died. Been a while. So yeah, you're supposed to like glue those, but I'm not going to glue those on yet. I'll just do that later. But these are like panels for like where the machine guns come out. And you just pop that on there. Like so. It kind of clips on, but I think that's accidental. And just a little bit of friction here, just like it's holding it in place. Yeah, it's an accidental thing here. Probably need to adjust this a bit. Something just popped. I don't know what. There you go. So this is the Batmobile, as seen in the movies from the 1990s directed by Tim Burton. I wonder if it fell out of grace already. Oh, yeah, of course. You have those Porsche style vents on the back there, because you want to be cool. It's like MSRP, I think it's like, what, 28,000 yen? Not 1,000, 100. 2,400 yen. So about $20, which is not worth it. This is not worth $20. The level of detail is not. So yeah, I did this so you wouldn't have to. The Batmobile by Aoshima, not worth it. Aoshima does do like some Back to the Future stuff. Those are decently priced and fairly detailed and will be somewhat satisfying. They did come out with like some like the seagull wing mechanism built in, so you can like build those. Fairly recent model kit release. So yeah, those were worth it. But this one, no. I wouldn't say it. It's not worth it. So yeah, 5 thumbs down. I don't know, 2 thumbs down. Well, basically half a thumb up. 1 thumb up, 1 thumb sideways, 2 thumbs down. If you're gonna give it like a movie review style thing. Yeah, it's like there's some alignment issues here with the wheels. A bunch of flashing everywhere. I can see like a little bit of scrap here. So a fair amount of cleaning is required to get this to look good. And I don't like how the wheel here doesn't align properly. It lines up here, but like here in the back, it's like not lining up. Is this a problem on the side? Yes, it's the same on both sides. There's some like alignment issues. Oh, this thing came up. But yeah, I'm gonna have to glue those. I'll decide whether I want to glue those or not. But they look better like that. Alright, oh, it does have the fuel. Like I said, it has 2 fuel tanks because the fuel tanks on both sides. This thing has a fuel cap, which means that this thing will pull up at gas stations. And since that was the 90s, and I think in the US, people still, like in, well, it's Gotham, so it might be New Jersey, for all you know. And over there, you still have to like pump your own gas, so I guess, well, somebody has to pump the gas for you. So I guess they would show up and the attendant will like would have to like fill up the Batmobile. But yeah, that's what you get. So there's not much to review about it. I mean, it's a small model kit, not horribly. It's not super detailed, but it's detailed enough. Like if you really like the Tim Burton Batman, get the Bandai version. Except it's like $30-something, which is like, it came out recently and it was like adjusted. The price was adjusted for inflation, so it's not. It's kind of expensive. Like everything's getting expensive now. All the Bandai kits used to be affordable. Well, relatively affordable. Compared to prices of other manufacturers. But everybody's like, the prices are just going up. It's like ridiculous for like, you get paid, it's like $50 for a model kit that used to be like 20. So, yeah, the world is going to shit. I might just stop. Man, I need to like take up sleeping as a hobby instead of this. Sleeping is free and saves up on money for food, as we have learned from Chainsaw Man. But yeah, I managed to like build it mostly. Add some colors on the tail lights, which make it a little bit street legal, I guess. A little bit of color here for the thing, because like this thing doesn't have a license plate, but it should at least have turn signals. I feel. Tail lights at least. Well, brake lights and rear lights for like backing up, at least like indicator things. But anyway, yeah, this is the Batmobile. It's kind of long, 132 scale. I think the Bandai one is 135, which puts it at it's probably gonna be like slightly smaller. It's probably gonna be way more detailed. I might try to get it if I'm insane, but I might go insane, but we'll see. For now, we have this thing. It's built. It's okay. Could be worse. It's not perfect. Great. I wouldn't recommend it. It's like okay, like in a don't bother. It's fine. Ignore it. You can ignore it if you come across it. Yeah, that's all we have for now. Nobody really watched this one, which is understandable. I need to like find something to do for Friday. I might like change the way I do the schedule, so I might do like only one a week now. But do it properly, I guess, and try to do detailing and everything over the course of a week. Yeah, it'll give me some practice as well on painting and all that. Anyway, that's what we have for this. It's got dust on it everywhere. I managed to like not get fingerprints on the windows at least. when gluing it in there, so that I didn't mess up the clear parts. All right, Batmobile from Batman the movie, the Tim Burton ones, and all right, that's all we have. Oh, mentioned we do have like the leftover decals there, which bunch of bat signals, bat logos, and Batman and Batmobile. So it doesn't come with a like a base or anything, so there's nowhere really to put that unless you want to like stick it on there as if it's a NASCAR thing. Yeah, there's nowhere to put it. There's no space where you can put like it was ridiculous to have it like that. Anyway, that's all we have. Thanks for watching. Signing out. Bye.
From Twitch, Scarecrow8285 said bye. From Twitch, NerdOnThaner.net said thanks for watching. From YouTube, Nerd on the Internet said thanks all for watching. We'll probably be back on Friday for another build.